Hello guys. Just double checking. I think the audio sounds good on my end. Give me a thumbs up if it sounds good on your end. Hey, Kami Mark, nice to see you. Hail chat. Hi, Weird Hero, nice to see you. Wow. So, yeah, man. Let's just see. Awesome intro. Thanks, guys. Thanks, man. I worked. You know, I used to like stream really regularly, multiple times a week, and I always had like a different thing going on. There was like I did like alchemy, I did art history, and what else did I do? Etiquette. So I want to get back to all that, and I made all these intros for them, and like I made like the whole setup, the aesthetic for it. But I stopped streaming for a while, and then I just did the art history streams. So I have art history like all sorted and set up, but like as you see, it's very blank. I don't have much going on for the other streams, and today I was really not I wasn't very prepared today, but I just figured I'd wing it. Fuck it. Sometimes you just gotta like jump in, you know. I think I need a new camera because this camera on this computer is not very good. I noticed on the Ron Coleman stream that I did that it doesn't look very good. So I see all the other streamers, you know, all the other ethos have all the professional lighting, and they've got their everything's like so, oh, they have to like look good on it. Whatever. I don't care that much, but it's just I don't think it's very good. That's really my main issue. I have like a ring light. I don't have any of it set. It's just like the shittiest overhead light that I mean, it's a lovely light fixture. This is a very art deco house that I live in New York City. It's really, really nice. You can tell by the floors behind me, and the moldings and some of the, well, you can't see the moldings here because they're so high up, the crown moldings, but they're very nice. The door handles have like the crystal, like the glass with the brass. Everything's really, really lovely in this house, but this lighting that I have is just like a shitty bulb that's just like directly over me. So it's probably not the most flattering light in the world, but what can you do? What can you do? Yeah, people are like, wow, another stream. Got like a stray hair that's really bothering me. Yeah, like I said, I'm going to be streaming regularly a little bit more. I need to do it a few times a week. And, yeah, the Jinja Ninja. Hey, Jinja Ninja. Yeah, I don't want to get crazy with the setup by any means. This is actually the baby room, so that's the priority. But, you know, as long as you guys can see me, I think just a better camera would do. I don't know if I need a better lighting setup, and just like a $50 like webcam is really nothing crazy. Yeah, I'm not looking to be surrounded by toys and like plushies and have my like stream chair and my like, you know, mic with the like fucking, what is it, the guard, the like wind spit guard, whatever the fuck that thing is. Like I'm about to sing a fucking pop song or something. Like I'm good. Like, let's just. Oh, let me make sure you guys can see my shirt. That's really the priority here. Okay. Look a bit thick because I'm pregnant. So, looking a bit big, unfortunately. But the pregnant lady I am is a big one. At least there are no Funko Pops there. I hate those. I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is. Yeah, original doors and wood molding is the best. Keep that hollow plastic Home Depot crap. Exactly. Hollow point doors, not in my house. We've got really nice doors with moldings. We've got the brass with the crystal handles. I wish I could show you, but it's not the right angle. I mean, even my window's really nice, but it's covered up with my window dressings. But as you see, I have like adult window dressings. Like a grown-ass fucking adult around here. But anyway, so normally I do like art history stream, and that's really fun. If you haven't popped into that, I'm just drinking some seltzer, guys. I think it's seltzer. It's colored. Like, there's color to it. It's one of those, like, you guys know this one? The Spindrift. It has, like, it's only, like, 12 calories. It just has, like, the little bit of real fruit in it, but nothing crazy, no sugar. Thirsty. I say, sounds quiet like upstate, not the city. People don't realize that New York City is not all time fucking square, okay? Some of us live in a really nice neighborhood in New York City. No Pikachu curtains. Nope, nope. It is seltzer colored, Jay. Colored seltzer. I mean, I'm not sure if it's my favorite color. We might have to see if we can figure out my favorite color. And those of you that do are my bestest of friends. And that means I have to defend you through thick and thin. It means I have to defend you even if you're a shitty person. Even if you, like, fucking rape babies, apparently. You know my favorite color. It means we're best friends. Like, you could be a shitty person. You could do the shittiest things in the world. Try to break up marriages. Like, you know. You know my favorite color. Rib Rascal said he lived in New York City for years. Okay, okay, okay. I'll give it to you then. Yeah, I live in a little bit quiet neighborhood. So even in Manhattan places, I feel like there's neighborhoods, there's pockets, you know, on like the avenues, it gets quiet. Um, anyway, weird hero. Fuck man, you're good. You're good. You're good. Anyway, so like I said, normally I'm doing art history. We go through some art history textbook. It's the standard for most universities, Gardner's Art Through the Ages. And we've been going through it for years. We went from ancient art up to right now we're dealing with we just did Fauvism and German Expressionism, but we're about to do Dada, Cubism. So we're getting through it, and there's still plenty of other books and kind of maybe going into some in-depth parts of certain chapters, because even though the book's that thick and it's really crazy, it still kind of skims through very quickly because there's so much art history to get through. So that's what we're doing on Tuesdays, guys. Wednesday, today, I want to go over art. So whether it's comic books, music, movies, filmmaking, whatever you want to call it, fine arts. Some of you guys are fine artists, sculptors, painters, whatever. I want to have you guys on and let's promote, because I'm all about art and culture, the importance of art and culture, promoting art and culture. So I'm not interested in bitching about what Marvel's doing. I get it. Listen, I have been bitching about what mainstream media has been doing. Do we call it mainstream media? What Hollywood has been doing? Like, for decades. Okay? I remember a decade ago sitting around and being like, I can't even watch anything because it's always an attack. It's an attack on white people. It's an attack on white men. It's an attack on Christianity. Like, I remember sitting with a roommate of mine, and he made me feel like I was crazy because I was pointing out we couldn't watch, what is that show where it's like Criminal Mind or some shit? I don't know, something where it's like always some murder situation happening going on, and they like are investigating. And they even took like the case, they do real life cases, but like, you know, they fictionize it. But they took one case that was, I swear to God, it was I was going to say Fidel Castro, that's not his name, Ariel Castro. The Ariel Castro incident, if you remember, this was like some time back where there was like, it was like Cuban or something. Maybe I'm just saying because of the Castro name. He was Hispanic, but lived in Cleveland, and he like took like some girls and like had them in as like sex slaves. I mean, I'm sure people out there would, you know, say, oh, well, they stripped in the past or something, like, but I guess they were the classic, doesn't happen all the time, they were the classic chained up in a room sex slaves type thing for like a decade, and they think even I gave birth, lost babies, had babies, whatever, with their abductor. And I'm not sure what it was. I forget the name. But yeah. Anyway, the whole classic abduction, got tied up, sex slave for like a decade. It was crazy. They escaped. But anyway, this show, they made the guy like a white guy. And I was like, this is the Ariel Castro. Castro. I keep saying Castro. This is the Ariel Castro. And then he like committed suicide in prison or some shit. But this is the story of what happened. This was like the Cleveland incident that happened. I remember it. And they're like, they turned the main bad guy into like a white guy. Couldn't be Hispanic. And then there was another episode where it was like some weird country, like religious, like Christian guy who's wearing overalls and he's like this freak, like not incel, incest like guy, and it was like just totally like a religious murdering weirdo incest freak, and I was like, okay, let's take a dig at some Christians here. Okay. Yeah, Criminal Minds. I think that's what it was. Anyway, so I remember pointing it out, and I was just like, why do they have to do that? Why is it always like a white? Every single one was a white guy. Like, are you kidding me? Like, statistically, there's got to be another one, and that one that they just did, I know that real incident. Like, that was not a white guy. They made it a white guy, but whatever. And I remember my roommate just acting like I'm being a fucking conspiracy theorist or something. And so, and this was a good, like, 10 years ago, before I even knew my husband. So, and I was bitching about this in the 2000s. Okay, so, like, I got it. Oh, Marvel sucks. Ooh, they did a twerking scene for 30 seconds in the credit. Let's do a whole video on it. Like, I'm over it, okay? I thought when Trump won in 2016, when he was inaugurated in 2017, that and you can look this up on my website, martinamarkota.com. I only have like 3 articles that I've ever done because I'm not a writer. I don't like writing, but there's like a blog with like 3 articles, and they all go back to 2016 2017. And I wrote about like, all right, we won, so what's next? And I thought what was next in 2017 was living the life that we want to have. I did not know that it was going to be 7 years of bitching about the left. Okay? That is what is called grifting. Now, I know everybody uses that word and they use it wrong. Let me tell you why it's grifting. Like, you're not really contributing to society at that point. Like, what are you doing? Like, some people, I get it. They have, like, that's like their thing and they've been doing it. But I feel like there's a lot of clinger-ons that aren't saying anything interesting. They don't really have a unique take on it all. They're just doing it for clout and attention, and they just like really milk it because they don't have any actual talent or anything else going on. Hey Daniel, no worries. You're not that late. Did I get the chance to watch Santos Bonacci on YouTube? I'm not sure. Maybe is it the something you've told me to watch before, then probably, yeah. Hello from Hawaii. Wow. Cool. Okay, so yeah, Daniel gets it. Turns out Trump was grifting. Yeah, I mean, yes and no. I mean, we all knew that he was a bit of a like, we knew what he was, but and it was something that we needed at the time, like we needed him at the time, and I think things were unfairly taken from him, just like me. I feel it, I get it, but I feel like nobody has really pushed culture forward to say, okay, and this is what I thought Comicsgate was about, hey, look at a group that's actually making art, we're doing it. But I'm disappointed in a lot of that whole club because they just turned still back into bitching and complaining about the left. Like, I'm over it. Like, yes, there are complaints, genuine complaints that I have about the left, and that's okay to mention. I'm not saying never mention it, but to make that your whole thing, I'm not into it. So anyway, my point is that we got our history. I think it's important to learn about as much as we can. I thought conservatism was about um, being well rounded, being educated, having refined manners, which is something that apparently we're not into. We're into throwing people under the buses, pointing fingers at each other, calling everyone else morally corrupt, and saying everyone else is a grifter and acting sitting on their high horse. But sure, everyone else is a whore, right? Except me. Except me. Oh, me. I'm not like the other girls. I just have the same thought set up and just want to be famous for nothing. Um, yeah, Jay. Looking forward to coming on and talking about art. But yeah, so art history I think is really important. We should learn about culture, we should learn about things. Um, if someone out there is really into literature, that would be great. I'd love to have you on. Maybe we can work on some sort of stream. And hey, Edwin the Ace, I've had you on before. Hell yeah. Let's do it again. So yeah, art history, literature is important. That's not really my thing. I have a stack. I mean, I have like a library, so I do have a stack of some literature books. I mean, I've been to university, so I have some, and it would be cool to maybe go through some highlights of stuff. I'm not sure if I have anything in particular that I'm like, this is my jam. Like, I love it. You have an Edgar Allan Poe book. We'll go over that. I don't really know how to dissect literature and interpret things like with that. So there's someone out there that loves it. I know my little sister loves like Russian lit. That's why I went to Russia. Took her there after her leukemia. She survived leukemia. And yeah, so I don't know. There's a bunch of different people. You guys are always really smart in the chat, and that's why I really appreciate you guys. You guys are awesome. You always like help contribute. If I'm like stuck with something, you're always like, you have the answer that I was looking for. So you get it. You get it. And it's a lot of really smart people. Yeah, exactly. Rib says art, history, philosophy, literature, music, and science and math, and gym. Yeah, this is what we need to work on. I mean, there is like a whole scene online about the gym culture. I think we gotta balance with that a little bit, guys, because it can come across a little gay, okay? It's a little homosexual, which is what gymnasium. Correct me if I'm wrong, guys. You would know, but from what I remember, gymnasium is it Greek for naked seed? So it was men would go naked and work out together. It was very homoerotic. It was just homo. But you know, it's good being physically fit. It's the whole mind, body, soul thing. It being, and that's where yoga how it kind of comes into it. It is the spirit, the mind, and the body being in tune and being healthy is really important. That's also why fasting and certain diets are like associated with religions as well, because eating and your body and your health is like all interconnected. And yeah, so health, body, yeah, all the humanities I think are really important. Sorry, I want to like read some of what you guys are chatting about. This is fun. I love it. Like, this is, you guys are part of the chat here, and I haven't even gotten into what I want to talk about yet. But basically, Wednesdays is a time for, like I said, Tuesdays art history, learning, blah blah blah. Wednesday, I want to have various artists on to promote. Okay, we're not gonna bitch. I mean, we can bitch, totally bitch if you want, but the concept is come on with something to promote or to chat about. Show me your artwork, whatever you're doing. Show us and everyone in the chat your art. I'm not a big YouTuber. I don't have a lot of viewers, but I'm happy to have those of you that are on here right now and whoever are watching later on. But I finally have my comic book out. It's been years in the making, unfortunately. It took longer than expected because of a lot of issues that I've had. This is one of my favorite spreads, and I kind of wanted to go over some of the things. I don't know if it's like acceptable to be like showing everything in my book. You guys gotta get it yourself. See, there's even some Mutus Libra action in here. And but I thought it was important because I do want to promote. So yes, I have the Streamlabs down here if you guys want to contribute and donate, the streamlabs.com/Martina Markota TV/tip. But I wanted to go ahead and start promoting my comic book again. And oh shit, I forgot to put it in the description. I did put the Indiegogo in the description of this. So the Indiegogo is still open. You could totally go through there. If you're willing to just kind of help me out with Indiegogo and get those kinds of numbers like going again. I am selling it on my website as well. I think that's good because I get all of it. It's like, I think Indiegogo takes a bit of a cut. And it's also good for you if you just don't want to wait and be like the number at the end of the line. You can get it off my website and I'll send this out immediately. I am also selling the variant cover. That's what I'm trying to raise funds for right now. I have these in stock. They're ready to go, ready to ship as the orders come in, pretty much, except Indiegogo. I'm trying to crank them out as fast as I can. But I need a little bit more funding for... I can't stop saying funding without... I don't know if you guys watch The Apprentice in the UK. In The Apprentice UK, in the intro, they talk about it goes funding, and it's just, he says funding really funny. It's really, so I'm always like, funding. I need the funding for the variant cover. The variant cover is my photography of myself as Lady Alchemy. So it's kind of cool. I like it. But I wanted to go over a little bit of the symbolism, kind of show you what my book is about, and maybe make like a sale or two. That would be cool. Okay, so I get a little out of breath because of pregnancy. Apparently it makes you out of breath. Like, I'm super pregnant right now, so I don't know, it is pressing up in my body, my like diaphragm. It's hard to exist. I like talk and I'm just out of breath. My boobs are just giant and it's just so in the way, and the body mass is just huge. It makes me exhausted. Weird Hero says, so your website is the kind of better place to get your book? Question. If you get to keep more money. I mean, I guess maybe some of you guys that are more experienced in this can have more to say about that, because I would say it's good for me and it's good for you, because I get all of the money and then I pretty much want to take care of my website orders right away, because it's like I don't want to have them like lingering there forever. I don't think that's good business. But I need to get the Indiegogo orders out like ASAP, because like they've been waiting a while. So like I get that. But I'm catching up to that. But I don't know if people that have experience with this think that it's good to have the Indiegogo numbers like on there looking good, because like I don't know, everyone else in like the comics gate or whatever scene, I think it's like this whole what's the right word? It's not cult of personality, but just like it gets everybody all like pumped to do the like because then why doesn't everybody just sell off their website? You know what I mean? I think people like seeing the numbers and seeing like where the campaign and the funding is at, and it helps make more people want to donate or something. Not donate, you know what I mean? Like backing is the right word. So I don't know the psychology of what would actually be better, what would, in the long run, if it would make me more sales to have the Indiegogo looking good and people are backing that more, or if you just want to get your fucking book and get the money and do it off my website. I don't know. So if someone has some suggestions about, I'm not very good at grifting, so yeah, it's clout. Snowball says it's clout. Oh yeah. I mean, I think it's like brownie points. Everyone acts like, well, look how like my campaign got this much money. Like I've got this many backers. So I don't get the backer street cred, I guess, if you do it off my website. Let me know if that matters or not. The Ginger Ninja said, yeah, I hear you there. It's a way to show that it has traction and you want to hop on the hype train. So that's the incentive for Indiegogo. Okay, Gordon. Hey, he says, I'm somewhere in the 1500s on the Lady Alchemy Indiegogo. Sweating, smiling emoji. All right, we're getting there. We're getting there. I'm approaching 1,000 now. But that's why I'm streaming, and that's why I'm trying to raise more funds and stuff. Is to make sure that I can just cover that. I've got like the silkscreen posters to send. I've got tarot cards to make because my fucking former artist fucking made these fucking perks that now I have to sort out. So that's kind of where I'm at. Let me see. David Scott, will you be signing your comic book? Yes, I have signed comic books that I have sent out to certain backers, and I have kept them organized if you ask me for it. I have put out there on Indiegogo, hey, who wants me to sign their book? And I got all the like signed ones like out of the way, but if you haven't gotten it signed, or I haven't gotten to yours yet, or you are going to purchase and you want it signed, you can definitely reach me. I mean, I'm very easy to reach. Just send me your backer number, say I want it signed, and I got you. So Jay was talking about when we were mentioning literature, Lovecraft. Jay is definitely a fan of Lovecraft, which I'm not too familiar with, so that's interesting. Would love to maybe have you on. You can chat about it. That would be really cool. Like, this is what I'm talking about. Let's learn about stuff. Okay. Rib Rascal says Lovecraft will be taken out of publication entirely. Thankfully, I have my hardbound tome of the collected works. Cool. That's what I'm talking about too. This is why I love having like my library of books. It's a bitch when you move. I have like boxes of books. They're so heavy, but it's really cool to have actual books in hand, especially old ones. They're really cool. Definitely have to get some. What was that one? It's not Shel Silverstein. Is this Shel Silverstein? No, it's the British one. Shel is American. What's that one that they're changing it nowadays? It was like trending recently. Okay, so Dave the Impaler. Hi, nice to see you. I'm seeing some old names I haven't seen in a while. It says, what comic book creators inspired you, if any? Grant Morrison is my favorite esoteric occult comic book writer. That's interesting. I would love to see more of that, especially if it's esoteric occult. Because when I was into comic books, it wasn't so much about the story in like the 90s, early 2000s that I liked. I just liked the art, and so I liked like sexy babes. I liked Michael Turner, stuff like that. What is it? Are you one of them? Is that like Illustrator? The ones that just did all the sexy stuff, the Scott Campbell, all those guys. I liked like obviously Witchblade in my day. There's something called Dark Child. I don't know if you remember that. Gen 13. Babes. I liked sexy babe. I liked Rainmaker in Gen 13. Dark hair. She was like an Indian. Native American, excuse me. And a lesbian. She was. I liked her. See where we're at. Yeah, I like the pinup stuff. I mean, if we're talking pinups, oh god, I brought it up last time. I have definitely like books on pinups, but Vargas, I like Vargas. Beautiful, beautiful pinups. Mark Silvestri, yeah, that's it. Oh yeah, Frank Rosetta. Is that how you say his name? Yep. Yeah, R.I.P. Michael Turner. He's great. Mattia says you should check out Frank Cho and Lee Bermho's artwork. They are great artists, especially the former. He knows how to draw beautiful women. I'm all about that. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Weird Hero says, if you wanted to talk about comics, it would be amazing if you could track down Jim Shooter to interview. All right, yeah, you remind me that on Twitter. I don't know that name. Check out the Ragu Overlord. Check out Mike Diodato's Wonder Woman run issue from 90 to 100. Cool. Awesome. Let me just check on some things real quick. Okay. Well, I guess let's get into it. In the intro, I have my commercial. I don't know if you guys have seen it. It was my promo trailer that I made. I'm thinking of updating it because I have all the artwork now, and when I made that, I didn't. But I kind of like the aspect of the comic book art mixed with the real life Lady Alchemy and showing that it is a real life character. So I really like that aspect of it, and maybe there's just a few tweaks that I would do. And it is based off of see, I wish I was a bit more prepared for this because I would show you. Maybe I can. I don't like going on the internet live with you guys because if something accidentally pops up somewhere or some information gets shown, I'm really bad with it. So bad with it. So it kind of sucks, but maybe I will do it to show you my campaign. Maybe I'll show you my campaign. Just give me a second. Sorry, guys. Oh, there we go. Yelling kids next door. How fun. Mm-mm. How do I do this? Do browser? That's what we're doing. We're doing browser, right? URL. Can I just do like a specific website? Yeah, that's fine for me. Let's see. Sorry. Just bear with me. You guys chat for a second. I figure. Oh, it did work. Cool. Okay, well, this is my campaign, and it looks like it's doing fantastic, but I've had some drama due to my former team. Screwed me over, took thousands of dollars, and then tried to sue me for the Lady Alchemy name. Can you hear me, by the way? Let me know if you can hear me. Let's see. Testing, testing. Okay, I think you can hear me. But yeah, so then they tried to sue me over my own name and image. It's just crazy. This is what I fucking deal with in my life. I swear to God. So, if I didn't have to deal with all that, everything would be just fine in D&D. But, wait, why is it not moving? It's not moving. Okay, this isn't gonna work. 1 second. do something else. Media source, display capture. Okay. No, I don't want to do that. Window capture. That's what I want to do. Now you can move along with me. Oh my lord, what are they yelling about next door? I don't understand these fucking kids, man. When I was their age, I was cooking and cleaning. I was helping raise kids. I was busting my fucking ass, having responsibilities. And these kids get to just fucking yell about all day long. All day. Ridiculous. There we go. You're moving along with me. Great. Hi, the splintering. Fulfillment is going well. It's going well. It would be better if I didn't get fucked over so that I can kind of just bust it all out, maybe hire someone to do fulfillment. But I'm fulfilling everything myself. So it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. I'm doing everything. I'm bagging and boarding and stamping Gemini mailers and putting everything in and organizing what backer gets what, marking things off, communicating with everybody. So I'm trying to get through it best I can. But yeah, so I don't know if we want to contribute to the hype, as they say, the hype of being a backer. If you think that's a good thing and you don't mind just like waiting a minute as I try to get these all out and be patient with me, that's great. You can always back via the campaign. As right now I have the graphic novel and I have it on demand right now with me right here. And then I have the photo variant cover, which I think is pretty cool. I did the photography. Oh, okay, we'll get through that. And then there's the 2 books perk, which you get both for a little price point action. And then what I actually have these on demand as well. These are ready to go too. I've been actually sending these out as they come. You don't have to wait for it because they're ready to go. But I have these prints that are of my photography and they're large holographic prints. And I have this one, it's called Rubetto, which is an alchemy thing. The full body Rubetto. There's the hand of the philosopher. Tree of Life, and gold. See it? Gold metallic print. So let's go through this. Oh god, it's like listening to myself reading my own shit. Well, to be fair, I think Von Klaus helped me with writing, but it still like makes me cringe when I read my own stuff. Uniting the truth with the beautiful. So, it's interesting because I think that this has kind of become a thing a little bit more lately, but I got this like over a decade ago from, if you look it up, You look up this Uniting the Truth of the Beautiful and you Google along with it German mathematician, you will find that this is a quote of this German mathematician. I was reading a book about something. I don't know if you guys know anything this about me, but I studied mathematics at NYU. I was going to be a math teacher, professor, whatever. And so I found it intriguing because it was a mathematician that said this about his work studying math. And I was like, oh my God, I love it. Because it's also how I feel about Lady Alchemy. That I am uniting the truth, and the truth is synonymous with, even, Jesus talks about the truth. He is the truth. The truth is like these truths of alchemy, science, knowledge, wisdom, enlightenment, the truth with the beautiful. And I like making things aesthetic on stage and photography and whatever. So I felt it was really cool because it was something that resonated with me as far as this mathematician and with my Lady Alchemy work. I liked it. It became my kind of thing. When a hopeful starlet is offered the performance opportunity of a lifetime, demonic forces seeking to use her mysterious power for evil, she must unlock the secrets of the universe through alchemy to combat them, but it could cost her fame. Okay, yeah, that's about right. I know it may seem obscure, but that is about right. If you have questions about that, let me know. But basically, I mean, Lady Alchemy was a performer in real life. And there are these like forces that want to kind of use you. That's what happened with my former artist. And it's what happens in the entertainment industry, is that there's like these evil things that are like, yeah, I'll make you a star. Turn you into a star, darling. You'll be famous. You just have to compromise your soul. So it's that classic kind of story. And I mean, it's tempting. It's tempting. Do you go with it, or do you say nah, and then it costs you being famous to say no? Which way do you go? You want a triptych of these images in my living room wall? Cool. Yeah, I'm gonna do it. No, I'm not riding the Headless Horseman to the World Trade Center, unlike my former team who wanted to, make that a thing. Okay. I'll make you a star, baby. Yeah, exactly. That's what it is. Hey, Wonder Girl, nice to see you. Thanks for coming by. But yeah, my team is fantastic. I mean, I'm the creator. It's based off of me. I had Von Klaus help me write. We kind of went back and forth a bit on things because I sent him a kind of outline of the story, page by page, what I wanted, and then he said, okay, listen, hear me out. This is what we're going to do. This is what we're going to change. This is what makes sense story-wise. This is kind of, he got to put in his 2 cents and turn things into dialogue, which is what I had a hard time with, and putting things into an actual script format. Then I came back around and was like, okay, cool, got what you did, but we're going to now change a little bit of some dialogue and some concepts with my alchemy research. I then kind of tweaked things, and we went back and forth quite a bit tweaking things. So I like that. It's a great way to work because I have the alchemy knowledge, and so I'm able to kind of come in and go, okay, given what you just did, let me alchemify this. The art is by Panday Studios, Dario Carrasco Jr. I gotta put a junior in here. He is fantastic. He's a professional. He lays low. He's not involved in drama. If you look him up, he actually worked at Dark Horse and I think Image or something. He's done some professional work. So Dario is fantastic. Really proud that I have someone that is legit professional and not involved in any drama. Coloring by Yuna. This is just what is it called? I call it a stage name, but what do writers call it? Their pen name or something. Is like think he's like Polish or something. It's like some Polish guy that does fantastic coloring. I met him online doing. He actually does these really artsy illustrations for like magazines and like again, he's a professional, not involved in any drama or any cliques or clubs online. And he had that bit of artisticness that I needed for Lady Alchemy. Because Lady Alchemy, it has a little bit of weird to it. And Dario is a classic comic book artist, so he did a great job just doing, what I needed him to do. But I needed the colorist to add that bit of weird and different to it that just gives it that touch of Lady Alchemy. I'm really happy about that. And it's called Lady Alchemy Mutus Liber. And the Mutus Liber, we'll get into it, is an actual alchemy text that I have actually seen and held in real life before. It's quite cool. Yeah. Okay. Mattia says the way he said darling reminded me of Crystal from Showgirls, lol. Which one is Crystal? Is she the oh fuck, what's her name? The one that people say I look like. I love Showgirls, and I actually Gina Gershon. Is that the Gina Gershon character? Because hell yes, if that's the one. Cool. So Lady, a performer in New York City, wants to become a star. But after an altercation in an alley, after her performance, Lady goes on a journey to find out why. So she's just called like Lady in the beginning. I didn't want to be, oh, this is a book about Martina. Like, I think that's stupid. Like, it's Lady Alchemy. When I view Lady Alchemy as like, yes, sometimes like may intertwine myself with it, but I view it very objectively as myself. Like, it is like another character, it's a persona, so whatever. But I couldn't have her named Lady Alchemy in the beginning because she doesn't get into the alchemy yet. So her name's just like Lady, like a guy can be named Guy. There's like Guy Pearce or something. So it's just Lady. As a performer in New York City, and I wanted New York City to be the backdrop because, hey, I'm a New Yorker, New York City, that's where I did it. What greater, like, Gotham City than New York City to have a backdrop for a comic book character? Come on. Great. So, performer in New York City, cool. Wants to become a star, but after an altercation in an alley, after her performance, Lady goes on a journey to find out why. So, some shit goes down in an alleyway with these guys, and she kind of gets a hint at something about her that she didn't know about, why they kind of came after her. So she goes on this journey to figure it out, and she meets an old man named William in an old bookstore who gives her an ancient alchemical text, the Mutus Liber, and it helps her to understand the formula for transmutation to perfect her soul, fine-tune her true purpose, and fight the evils in the city looking to harm her and influence the masses. So, after finding a little bit about herself, like, she has more questions about this, and so she goes and tries to like hunt this down and finds like this bookstore where this old guy named William, and William is actually named after, or the whole character is modeled after a dear old man to me who has passed away in like 2014. He's basically like my grandfather, but he's not blood related to me. And I've known him since I was a child. He was married to my grandmother, and he was very dear to me. And he was actually a mathematician as well. He was a math professor at Siena, and he worked at IBM in the 90s. We were very close, and yeah, very dear to me. So I wanted him in the book. He's kind of my Alfred. He's my main man who gives me this book. It says, works at an old rundown bookstore, the Cloak and Codex. He gives Lady Alchemy a book called the Mutus Liber. Mutus Liber, giving her the key to alchemical secrets and rituals. William worked as a math professor in the past, but has given up on life until he meets Lady Alchemy. He becomes a mentor to Lady Alchemy and a grandfatherly figure. That's true. This is part of the symbolism that I kind of wanted to go over with you guys. Like some of these characters, what's going on, alchemy symbols, what have you. And William, I think, is a really cool addition to share with you guys that it is a real person to me. And that's right, Mutus Liber is an actual book that I have seen in real life. That is correct. MT Lines, Mutus Liber is published in 1677, and it is Latin for the silent book, which means no words. It's only images, which I thought was also kind of cool because we're dealing with comic books. And which is kind of like a picture book. So it was just like, it all kind of clicked and made sense. I really liked it. With your help, we can tell her story of the unseen forces that rule the world. Let's bring back powerful feminine beauty of 90s comic book babes. So we got Lady Alchemy, a performance artist in New York City. She works to unite the truth with the beautiful. An encounter leads her to the discovery of her ancient bloodline and a book called the Mutus Liber. She must transmute her soul in order to fight demonic forces at work in the city. So, yeah, figures some shit out about herself that leads her to William and then finding the Mutus Liber, and it helps her transmute. That's the alchemical word for, enlightenment, finding enlightenment, I need to find my words better. I'm just out of breath. Hold on. Taking a sip. Give me a second. So Vinia is also known as Vane, because that's what Vinia Vane. A media bigwig with the power to make anyone a star. She is also an ancient demonic evil known to have the power to take one's soul without permission. So let's break this one down a little bit. Vinia was modeled after all of the kind of evils in the entertainment industry combined into one person. And I think films and stuff do that quite often as well, where there's a group of people, but they, just for simplicity's sake and narrative's sake, they turn it into one person. And that's what Vinia represents to me, is quite a few different people and the entities in the entertainment industry into one character. And then I named her Vinia because I was looking up Christian demons and stuff, and obviously I'm not going to have Beelzebub or something. Wanted it a little bit more obscure, and I found a demon. If you look it up, Vinia is it's actually not female, but I think it's a female name, and it has certain qualities that I liked to see in my character, and I was like, okay, this fits, this is cool. It's various things, kind of she's riding a black horse carrying a serpent, and she kind of has this serpentine history that kind of also goes back to ancient esoteric kind of knowledge and texts, and it gets a little bit deeper than just the entertainment industry bad people. It goes also into esoteric kind of symbolism of actual demonic serpentine kind of forces that relate to the Nephilim stuff. And that's kind of what Lady Alchemy, she finds out about herself, is that she has this bloodline of the Nephilim, which is also true to me. I am a weirdo artist, and I have a really rare blood type, and it led me down the path of the whole Nephilim race thing, and it made me really intrigued by that kind of concept. And that was a lot of the inspiration for my costuming and my performances as Lady Alchemy. And I thought it was really cool as this superhero kind of character backstory, was to be It's like Nephilim bloodline kind of thing. Mhm. Sorry, I'm just reading your comments real quick. Okay. So then, William, we went over. So Nibarius is also a real thing. If you Google it, a real Christian demon thing too. And I modeled it after the real thing. As you can see, he has like 3 like wolf heads, dog's heads, and like these like dripping black kind of things, and the talons. And it is accurate to what his powers are as a demon, or attributes as a demon. The powers of Nibarius to empower, this is for real, and you can Google this, is to empower an artistic project with inspiration for success. He maketh men cunning in all arts and sciences. Nibarius is a 3-headed wolf with raven's wings and talons. He is associated with a sound like a roaring waterfall and a feeling of extreme cold. There is a texture of rough stone, cold and almost painful to touch. There is a color like black oil, dark but in motion. So, I thought this was really cool because there's like a whole scene in my book that really relates to, this is why in the video I had the whole black paint thing too. I figured that made sense, like with this kind of concept. And the thing about demons is, I didn't know much about demonology because my study of alchemy was mostly about the light, truth, God, archangels, things like that. So I didn't know that much about it, but I had to kind of do a deep dive for the book because you obviously need these types of figures, entities. Can't all just be hunky-dory, right? So I was looking this up, and I find it really interesting that a lot of these demons, they aren't like necessarily purely like a bad thing. Like, it's too obvious to have a bad thing be bad. But like, what is the draw? Like, how does that make a compelling story to have it be like, and then the demon is bad, wants you to join the dark side, and you go, no, I'm good, I'm Lady Alchemy. That's boring, you know? So I find it more compelling the fact that this demon actually empowers artistic projects with inspiration for success. Who doesn't want that? Lady Alchemy would want that. That's what she's aiming for, right? She wants success. She wants to be, do her thing. She wants fame and fortune and be a star. He maketh men cunning in all the arts and sciences. I mean, cool. This is the seduction that demons have. Like, who wouldn't even kind of think twice about like selling their soul for like some really awesome fucking powers? That's seductive. That makes you kind of go, like, would I go there or not? Is she gonna go there or not? So that's what that's about. Checking on. Martina's got us Googling demons. I mean, do it. Look it up. All of this that I'm saying is legit. Okay, then we have Hans. Hans is a creation of Vaughn, my writer. So he felt that, this is where we got to kind of do a little bit of everybody. He is Vinya's muscle-bound, loyal, and very blood-soaked right hand. Although a mere mortal, Vinya has enhanced him with the darkest magic, making him deadly beyond that of any man. He poses as a bodyguard while carrying out Vinya's most depraved and wicked desires, with the hope that one day his service will grant him the elite status and power beyond his wildest dreams. So he's just like the henchman guy. Like, he's willing to do the dirty work. He wants that power. He wants that glory. He's hanging around it. We know plenty of people like that in real life. Exactly, guys. Saying Faust, Rib Rascal says, evil is tempting, the eternal problem for humanity. Exactly. You can't have it too obvious. It can't be just like, oh, and then evil bad. Like, okay. It's not really how it works, but okay. Even in the most obvious evils, in like real life, I know some evil people. But even them, they have some sort of seduction on people. Like they have something that they want. What is it? Clout? The addiction of gossip, of drama, of controversy. It's entertainment. Like what is it? Like there's something about evil that is cunning, that is that draws you. It's not all scary bad. Ooh. It draws you in somehow. And you have to be strong to fight it. So then we have the archangels. Again, this is real. The four primary archangels are Michael, Gabriel, Raphael, and Uriel. Is that how you say it? Uriel? Uriel? I don't know. They are the superiors over all angels, but they are also able to deliver powerful messages when directed to do so by God. Each archangel has different powers associated with them. So there's like Michael. He is the warrior. He's the angel of justice. You visualize the archangel Michael dressed in a scarlet red robe with green highlights. He is holding a flaming sword. Sorry, because he's fire. He's associated with fire. Feeling the qualities of fire emanating from him, strength. Then there's Gabriel. He's the patron of messengers, angel of resurrection. Visualize a figure behind you, dressed in blue with some orange highlights. Figure holds a cup, like a chalice type thing, and is surrounded by waterfalls or the ocean. Try to feel the moisture in the air. Raphael is the healer, keeper of the tree of life. Visualize the archangel Raphael on a hill in front of you. He is dressed in a yellow robe which has purple highlights. He carries a caduceus wand, the symbol used by doctors, a wand entwined by a serpent, if you know the healing thing. Feel a breeze coming from behind him. And then Uriel, keeper of prophecy, angel of nature, visions and instruction. Visualize the archangel Ariel dressed in earth tones on a fertile landscape. He holds a bundle of wheat. So, part of the book has a lot of real magic to it, and I kind of wish I got to incorporate them a little bit more, but I think same with William, and that's kind of what I feel like my book is lacking. I need to incorporate the archangels and William a little bit more, but I have an idea for book 2 where we can resolve that and kind of make them a little bit more characters. But as far as real magic goes, there's something called the LBR ritual, Lesser Banishing Ritual Pentagram, and it's one of the basic things that Lady Alchemy kind of learns through the Mutus Liber and studying what these works and alchemy. And it's a really powerful tool, which I feel like is really cool for superhero stuff, because what you do in this ritual is like call upon God all around you and create like a dome, a protective dome, and then you call upon the archangels, and this is what they mean by like visualize them. So you like visualize them in your mind's eye, in front of you, behind you, to your side, and they have certain associations and attributes and powers that they hold, and you can bring them up anytime in the world. So when things are going down and you need help, you need like some physical help, you need another warrior, like you call upon your archangels, they got your back, they're protecting you. You got Michael, he's there to help you fight. You need some health issue, you have some health issue thing going on, then you can call upon Raphael and you visualize them. You call upon them by visualizing them and using these associations. And maybe they don't even have to physically appear, but their association with the cup or the earth or whatever is like enough to kind of bring their essence to you and use their powers and help them. Okay, sorry. Checking in on you guys. Then I have the Mutus Liber. This is a few pages of it, and it is the Mute Book in Latin, or the Silent Book. It's a Hermetic philosophical work published in 1677. It ranks amongst the major books on alchemy in early modern literature, consisting mainly of illustrated plates. Mutus Liber's meaning was pored over for a long time. More recent studies are striving to use its historical reality in order to reveal its meaning. The Mutus Liber is the key to understanding Lady Alchemy's unique bloodline and the source of her alchemical journey. And it's exciting. I had a picture of me holding the Mutus Liber, but I don't like the way I look in the picture, so I'm not using it anymore. Which sucks. I actually have it and held it, but I just don't like the way I look at it. It sucks. And oh, oops, I have some writing in here that doesn't make sense because I took the image out. But this is some real images of me, so you can kind of see the Lady Alchemy real life person and how it relates to the comic book. I wanted people to see that it's based off of a real person. And this is backstage at the nightclub. And this is actually modeled after real life sources as well. So I gave Dario pages and pages of like mood board inspirations for things. And each page was very, very meticulous of showing him. And this was really important to me because this is what my backstage looked like. Okay. It had people just like this, and he even used very, very realistically some of these people, their costumes. We had drag queens, we had other chicks dressed in other wild things, we had little people, we had contortionists stretching backstage, we had the guy, the set guy, crew, yelling at us, you know, we got 30 minutes to stage, you know, things like that. So this is very realistic, and it was really important to me that they depict it. And when I saw this page, I was like, cool, that's it. This is what it really was like backstage. I love it. And this was my actual performance. Okay, so let me just switch gears for a second because I'm skipping a lot of things that I actually want to show you. Daguan is in this. Okay, I just want to show you something. Okay, hi guys, hi again. So before we get into that, it was skipping a bunch of pages. Okay, here, now you hear New York City going. Don't disappoint me with a lack of jugglers. Yeah. We definitely had jugglers. Yes, Daguan is in this. I'll show you Daguan in a second. We got, you know, New York City stuff. We got skyscrapers and rooftops. I actually lived on the top floor of a place in Brooklyn, and you did get to see the city kind of like that. And I would sit on the roof, so it's kind of cool. Then you got the subway. So this is what it was like. If you could see, I'm trying to make it easy for you, outside the club. So I modeled this, like I said, I sent a bunch of pages, mood board stuff to Dario, and the theater that I worked in was basically like Studio 54, but today, and it was very similar. It was like crowds of people outside trying to get in, and it's like you are not cool enough to get in. You're not getting in. You can't pay for, you know, a bottle at like the balcony. You're not getting it. It's very like very exclusive. There's either rich Wall Street people or celebrities or drag queens that, what is it called, the club kid scene, and you know, extravagant costumes, looking fabulous, great fashion. So it had that vibe to it. And then we have like, you know, the backstage scene is here, and more of me or Lady Alchemy getting ready. And these also have real images of me getting ready just like that. Like I sent him pictures backstage that are just like that. So it's really cool. I would like to show each page that I gave Dario and the inspirations that it came from. And again, I showed him the inside of the club that I worked in, theater, and this is what it was like. This is what it looked like. There's a balcony that you sit up in, and the host, and this is actually modeled, this performance is actually modeled after the real thing too. So I find it really interesting that my performance in real life at this club was about being an angel, a fallen and resurrected angel. Okay, because of the whole Nephilim thing. That was my theme of all my costumes and my performances, was the whole Nephilim angel thing. And I thought it was really cliche to make fun of Christianity and do like this whole evil nun dildoing bullshit. And these bitches that got me canceled would do these acts and performances. So, how perfect in my comic book of this duality between these fucking bitches doing a demonic nun performance and then me doing an angel performance. And it's real life. Like, my story is like a fucking comic book. So like, hello, Gotham City, Nephilim blood. We've got these like fucking bitches doing evil dildoing nuns. Meanwhile, Lady Alchemy is like doing this in real life. And I've got pictures of this shit to show you. So let's go back to this now that I showed you the dildoing nuns. But this is like the Fallen Angel performance that I did. And again, Dario did such a fantastic job, and the colorist did such a fantastic job, because let me show you, there are these details here. Dario first did a really good job because he asked for a lot of content about
evil dildoing nuns. Should be
what is it?
Evil dildoing
nuns. Yeah. I'm mindful. Okay. It's fine. I'm gonna scream evil dildoing nuns if the kids scream, okay? Start screaming while I'm streaming. I'm screaming evil dildoing nuns. So let me explain. Dario asked me for a lot of reference content for this page. It was really important. This was like the performance page. And I gave him all these pictures and things of me performing, and he fucking nailed it, because this whole page is like, you can see the movement. It's movement. There's a performance happening here, and you see it. Like, how cool is that? Then the colorist. This is what made me hire the colorist, because he did this page as a sample to see if I want to hire him. And if you look at the real pictures as well, there's this color scheme in my performance, but also what it had was, look at like right here, to the right of the screen here, this arm that's in blackness, and then the light from the stage is cutting through, and it's cutting through the sheer fabrics, and the dynamics of the coloring here nailed it. Absolutely nailed it. And I was like, yes, Oh, hi. Someone says that they never catch me live, that they are always in the replays. Well, thank you for checking out the replays. I really appreciate it. Yeah. Yeah, I want to see if I can um, zoom in a little bit more on this page. Work? I don't know. But yeah, it again, between the illustrator and the colorist, they just nailed it. Like, this is the actual performance in motion with the lights on stage really depicted to the T. I love it. This is meeting William at the Cloak and Codex bookstore when he gives her the Munis Liber. I love the bookstore imageries. And if you'll see, even the molding on the counter has a lot of alchemy images. These are, again, more images that I gave the art illustrator and was like, little bits of alchemy are everywhere here. So it's really cool. And if you'll notice, Lady Alchemy in the beginning, her outfit is black, which is very New York, very chic, it's very superhero. And then in the end, when she transmutes, and she has the power to transmute to kind of wield power, she has gold outfit. So kind of like it because it goes from lead to gold, black to gold. So again, there's symbolism going on all over the place. It's really cool. I'm just checking my real life book to see if there's anything I want to go over before we jump around here. Okay. More than just a performance. So yeah, another thing that I always felt while performing was that I wasn't just performing. I was casting spells on the audience. So the thing about magic is that I'm in front of a live audience and I have all these people's attention. What am I going to do with all of their focus, all of their energy? I can harness their energy. And what do I do with it? Well, what I do with it is I harness it and I give something back to them. You know, like taking all of the people's energy, I'm present to it, I'm focused to it, I'm taking it, I'm accepting their energy, and then I like put something back onto them. And that is magic. That was my ritual. Every night I would perform, I was doing ritual magic on them. Like, in a good way. It was good magic. So, with that concept, also you can do it the other way, where it's like, there's the idea of Vinia kind of takes me on and says, I'm going to make you a star, blah, blah. We start creating another performance. And this other performance actually brings up these demonic things on stage for this, like, Illuminati, what is it called? What was that, the ball? That classic 1970s, the surrealist ball. It's not Illuminati, it was, what the Eyes Wide Shut was modeled after. Oh, I forgot it. The surrealist ball, the Rothschild's ball kind of thing. So it's like all these like elites and powerful people, and they're doing this thing and this party, this event, and I'm performing. And Vinia has taught me this new routine that actually kind of makes this whole shit go down. And I just think it's a really cool page. This is the like seduction that the demon has. Like, it's consuming you, and you have to really fight that power. So I'm just reading your guys' comments. Okay. Just checking in on you guys. Yeah, so this is the the seduction that the demonic forces can kind of take on you. Let me just check in on actual books, see if I want. Okay, yeah, I'm just gonna bounce around a little bit to the real book because I have here William giving me the Mutus Liber, and and then what I think is really cool is in the comic book I actually have a few pages, and I got permission from the Library of Congress. It is copyright public domain, but I actually have the Mutus Liber in my book, so it's kind of cool because it's a comic book or a graphic novel, and this is like a big picture book, and you can see some symbolism or try to make out what you think things are in the book, in these pages as well. I mean, look at that. That's such Lady Alchemy costuming and stuff. Ooh. How cool is that? So Lady Alchemy. Like, so cool. Let's see. Let's talk about here. Okay. Let's see what the next page is. Okay, wait, hold on. What I liked too was that, again, I like real life going on. And here, this like little panel, I just think it's so cool because that's the actual Amtrak train going up to the Hudson Valley into the nature. Like that is what it looks like, this page, that little panel. Like the mountains, the river, that's the Hudson River right there. And what was really important to me was this duality between New York City and the Hudson Valley and nature. So I escape the city when all this shit kind of goes down, and I go up to nature, and that duality is really important to me because people don't understand, but upstate is fucking amazing. It's gorgeous. It was a place where I got to recalibrate and create things for Lady Alchemy. It was where you become one with God and you're in nature and stuff like that. That is the place where Lady Alchemy escapes to work on the great work. And as above, so below. And this is her working some alchemy laboratory stuff. And again, as you can see, based off of real life. So Dario had some real pictures to work with. And part of this transmutation is like, you know, there's the Philosopher's Stone, there's the Elixir of Life. Ultimately, it's the color red. And that's the color of like the Philosopher's Stone and the Elixir. And part of like the Elixir is like consuming it. Like you are a part of this experiment. Like you are not just like an active like doer in it. You are participating in it. Okay, so these are some pictures that I gave the artist when he did that, like, I mean, I sent him videos and stuff, so he got the motion down very, very well. And even this picture here in the beginning, like, I'm on the floor, and he has that in, and, like, this is how I actually started my performance in real life. It's really cool. Hold up, let me get it. I don't know if you could see it, but, like, in real life, I actually started the performance like that, on the ground like that, and fog and all that, this fake tree and petals, and the spotlight was on me, and there's just like a fallen angel. And this is where these pages came from, and you can see the coloring and the artist, how they turned it into this. And even this makeup had like glittery dirt because that was the fallen angel. It was all sparkly, magical, glittery dirt. And And so you can see how the artist and the colorist turned it into what turned it into. And I love it. It's great. Let me see if there's anything more in here as far as the end of the book. Oh, there should be. Yeah, okay, here we go. So the variant cover is okay, so I have in the book Lady Alchemy is working in the laboratory, and after drinking the elixir she made, she goes through the phases of the alchemical process. The last phase is called rubetto, which is a reddening, symbolized by the color of blood, with red robes, crowned king, the philosopher's stone, rebirth. That's what all of this means. So this photo variant cover that I'm trying to get funded is based off of that. So this is the page in the book where after I gotta figure out my words. I do a lot of ums and ahs. Sorry, I'm not the greatest streamer in the world. I'm a dancer. But yeah, I do this alchemy stuff, blah, 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 drink the elixir, and then boom, I go through these phases of the alchemical process. And I actually think they're really interesting to read. It's Negretto is the first one, the black one, and it's coming face to face with demons. Everything that lives dies. Everything that is dead putrefies and finds new life. And that's what I found out here. Confrontation with inner reality is often painful, but once in the depth of the darkness, with the discovery of the seed of the prima materia, white light is born. So after this darkness coming face to face with demons, there's a whiteness. And this whiteness is a stage of rest. Insights have been gained. Matter has been stripped of its superflu. I can't say things out loud. In order to arrive at the center. So it's stripped of all the superficial stuff in order to arrive at the center, which contains all of the power, like getting rid of all the excess and just the seed of the prima materia, that most important bit. It's reduced to that. And then the soul that has been penetrated with the pure light, the alchemist must make it permanent. So with this power, you have to make it permanent. And then there's a redness. From within, I discover the source from which all life springs forth, giving me eternal youth. I mean, that's pretty dope. Elixir of life. Eternal youth, man. Fountain of youth. The alchemist becoming what she always has been, but never knew she was. My body becoming hard as diamonds, armored from wickedness. The corpus incorruptible. And then gold is like the ultimate final form. Gold. So now that makes sense of like this rubetto kind of cover. I think it's a really cool photography that I did of myself, self-portraits, rubetto. I have a lot of other portraits to do, but again, this is modeled after real life. These gold outfit. Gold, gold, gold. So again, in the beginning, she had the black outfit. It's very New York. It's very chic. But black to gold, it's transmutation. Superfluous. That's right, Dan. Thank you. It really helps when you do it that way, because when I read it, there's certain words that just fuck with me reading it, but it helps when you do the per. Thank you. Superfluous. Thank you. Thank you, Queen Bodacia. Nice to see you. Nice to see you in here. Yeah, the splintering. I have a black cat named Hermes, and when I tell people that his full name is actually Thoth Hermes Trismegistus, the Egyptian, nobody gets it. Holy shit, that's so funny. I've named my computer Trismegistus before. Yes, I love that name for a cat. That's fantastic. Cool. Okay, so I have these prints in demand right now.
You're really just like.
What, the superfluous thing?
No, you said Boudicca.
How do you say it?
Boudica. It's Boudica.
Is it Boudica? I thought she was being bodacious. She's a
No.
bodacious goddess. Hello.
Boudica, the Celtic queen.
Oh, I don't know anything about the Celts. She's a bodacious queen, okay? I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Boudica. I don't know anything about the Celts. You need a heavy metal spread. This belongs in Art Mag. Thanks, man. Thanks. If I get a cat, her name will be Cleopatra. Thanks for paying attention, Jack. Are you watching my stream? Correcting my dyslexia and my retardation. I'm sorry. I thought she was a bodacious queen. That's what I thought her name was. Anyway. So I have these prints available now. This is the philosopher, Hand of the Philosopher, my self-portraits. This is the Tree of Life. And you can see so this is like the actual image on the left, but I took like pictures on my phone to show like the holographicness of it. So I wanted you to see that it was like a holographic print, and you get the vibe of that. This is Rubetto. Cool. And then this is actually a hard, it's like a gold, it's on a gold plate. So it's really cool. It's like a hard, so that's why it's more expensive. It's on like a gold plate that is metal. It's really cool. Yeah. Okay, Queen Boudica says, I am bodacious, but your hub is right. He knows his Celts. He does. He's British, so. It's ridiculous. Okay, and then I have this. I want to do something with other various artists' renditions of Lady Alchemy. I think this is stunning. This artist, I have to do more with him. But what a cool... This reminds me of like Michael Turner. This is like the Michael Turner version of Lady Alchemy, but it's... how do you say it? Archon? Jack, maybe I'm saying this wrong. Am I retarded again? Archon? But like, how cool is that? Love that version of Lady Alchemy. I also love this guy's version, Stephen Wayne. This is her black outfit of Lady Alchemy. How cool is that? This is definitely my vibe. And you have Pablo Romero's gold Lady Alchemy with the see the symbols in the background are the sigils of the archangels. This has a lot going on to it, and she's holding the Mutus Liber, as you can see right here. Another babe version, Lady Alchemy. Like, how cool! I've got to figure out what to do with all this stuff. Oh, and here's Pablo's black outfit of Lady Alchemy. And these are just more pictures that I gave these artists, which is how they get these inspirations. See the crown, halo there. Oh, and this is Jay. Jay's in the chat. This is a really cool Jay Williams art version of like the black outfit. I love it. I think this would be a really cool alternate cover as well, and just like a matte black, like the black part, the whole thing will be matte, but like then the back of the book would be black. Just a very matte black, like sleek, very art illustration kind of cover, but like got so many things that I'm doing right now. But I think this poster slash alternate cover would just be so cool. Look at that. So yeah, become a backer now. Hey, become a backer now. Where are we at? I can't believe I've been talking for like almost 2 hours now. Gordon said there was a pretty good History Channel movie about Boudica. I don't know how accurate it is. I used to love the History Channel. Then they started doing like ice road truckers and stuff all the time, so yeah. Hey, Dead Rider, nice to see you. Oh my god. Jack is like all about this Boudica. About that bodacious babe. Alright, no worries, Queen Bodacious Radiant. We went through the campaign. I'm pretty much gonna end it very soon, so do not worry. But Man of Action said, I'll tell you what you can do. You do some pinups and add these in between and sell it. Yeah, I gotta figure out what to do with all this stuff. I definitely have more artwork. I have original artwork. I have the cover that Dario drew, like original art. I have all the other versions of people's Lady Alchemy. There's a lot going on, so back it now. Become a backer on Indiegogo or my website. Or if you're just not into any of that, but you like my shirt, you don't even know my favorite color. So I had a hater recently. I had a hater who decided to defend her friend who was incredibly shitty and tried to break up my marriage and like just absolutely evil person. And so I decided I'm just gonna block people if you're associated with her. And she's like, Miss Best Friend. And I was like, I have the right. Someone this evil that came after me and my marriage and my fertility, started talking about my uterus and that I'm childless and all this stuff. It's nasty. Started calling my artwork pornography. Just vile. And so I am within my right to block anyone associated with such people. And so I blocked everyone associated to her, and including her little Miss Bestie who's hanging out in my comic book circles. So I was like, well, fuck you. Okay, you picked someone that produces nothing and chose that as your best bestie, and I don't want to be associated. So block. And I don't know why she noticed I blocked her, but she did. Weird, because we don't even interact. And she made like the biggest deal about it. This is what I'm talking about, where people that don't like she's the type of person that does the bitching about Marvel and DC, like as a career, and it's just like it's so old, it's so it doesn't do anything. And so, and her bestie doesn't do anything either other than like take down videos like on me and just like harasses people, shames other women, and it doesn't make sense because they're besties. But like she's cool with cosplay, like tacky cosplay, but Lady Alchemy is pornography, whatever. Anyway, and she's friends with other people that are in their 30s that are childless, some even in their 40s and are childless. That's okay, but when I was 33, let's point out that I'm childless. And so anyway, when I blocked her, she made the biggest deal about it, like went on and on and on posting about it. And then like her millionth post about me blocking her was something about like, I find it amusing that people want to like that sounds, whatever, how she phrased it, that she's mad that I'm like defending my friend when you don't even know my favorite color. Like, okay, Karen, make that make sense. And I'm just like, what the fuck are you talking about? I don't know your favorite color? I have to know your favorite color for you to like even know what you want from me. All I did was block you. Like, I don't want anything to do with you. And you made it this whole production. And apparently, like, you defend your friend despite her being really shit. Now, listen, I'm not saying you don't have to be your friend or you don't have to, like, defend her or whatever. But, like, you can understand what she did to me was really fucked up and be, like, a normal human being about it and maybe a normal woman about it as well. And maybe find a way to reach out. We got plenty of people in common. Maybe find a way to reach out to me and say, hey, she noticed you blocked her, and you know, whatever about the video or whatever. Her friend, you know, says sorry about her friend, doesn't agree with that. Hope that you don't take it out on her. You know what? Reasonable. Got it. Cool. Like, I understand. Like, that I'll get that. But to, like, make this big production about it, make me somehow the bad guy. You don't even know my favorite color, so, like, why are you being mad that I'm defending my... I just thought it was the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my entire life, so I had to make it a shirt. You don't even know my favorite color. Yeah, I definitely mute people, Mr. Solomon. Nice to see you in here. Hi. I definitely mute people. I mute people all the time. But I just, like, felt like making a stand. I didn't think anyone would notice. I didn't think she would notice because, like, we don't communicate. But it's like she instantly noticed, so it was very strange. Like, I feel like there's these mean girls that, like, spy on you. Like, they don't interact, they don't like, they don't retweet, they don't support you or your artwork or anything. But they'll look at your page. They're looking at you. That's the only way I can think that she knew I blocked her. It's like, how did you know that? Anyway, let me see what you guys are saying. Yeah. So anyway, let me show you guys what I have going on with this merch line that I started. It's called Disgraced Icon. Hold on. Let me make this here. Okay. I think that looks better. So I called it Disgraced Icon because I was trying to figure out a way of, like, owning being disgraced. And I was considered a New York City nightlife icon in my prime of my career. So, wait, Jack, who are you responding to? I'm trying to see, like, you've added him a few times. Let me see. Did he say something? I'm not seeing them. Oh, no. Counter radical. That's your thing. You're just talking into the ether. Got it. Okay. Anyway, so I was in Interview Magazine, which you may have seen. Interview Magazine. Let me just, like, get back over here and talk to you guys. You may have seen Interview Magazine recently, especially on Twitter. It was trending because what's her face? Lana Del Rey did a photo shoot for Interview Magazine recently, and she was looking dope. Cigarettes, love it, can't wait to smoke again. But I was in Interview Magazine doing an ad campaign for this, like, chic place in New York City that had featured New York City nightlife icons, along with Amanda Lepore, a bunch of other people, and had Lady Alchemy on it, did a whole photo shoot campaign, and I had my favorite charity on it that I've done charity work for, as Lady Alchemy performed for their galas and stuff, and you know, I was part of that scene. So I went from being an icon to being a disgraced icon. And that's where I came up with Disgraced Icon brand. And then I was reading some alchemy text because I like to pair my images with some ancient alchemy text. And there was this one phrase in this alchemy text, believe it or not, that had something to do with like gossip and this. It had ignorance and envy are full of slander. And I stopped and I was like, holy shit, that's great. This is totally right. This is like ignorance and envy are full of slander. So just think about that in regard to what I just mentioned too about these evil fucking people and the gossip, the drama online, the people that want to spread rumors, the people that want to put you down, break up your marriage, like just put this evil, interject evil in there. Ignorance and envy. People say jealousy all the time, but remember that there's a difference between jealousy and envy. I can definitely be jealous. I can be jealous of people, but I'm not evil about it. So I think like I think envy's worse. It has that like badness associated to it. But ignorance and envy are full of slander. Yes, yes, yes. That's what I'm talking about. So I decided to make this merch line all about like owning what the haters kind of try to throw at me. So I have the classic Disgraced Icon t-shirt that has, Disgraced Icon on it. And on the back, it has ignorance and envy are full of slander. Disgraced Icon. Ignorance and envy are full of slander. Cool. And this is also another disgraced icon. You'll see this is this picture as part of the comic book, but I just think it looks really cool. And it has, again, ignorance and envy are full of slander, disgraced icon. And then I have the You Don't Even Know My Favorite Color tee, which it's brilliant. The more these people try to kind of throw this bullshit at me, the more merch I'm going to create. So keep it coming. And then I have part of this video, not only trying to break up my marriage and, calling my artwork pornography, trying to downplay the accomplishments that I've had. One of the things that she also does is like made fun of the whole Nephilim blood thing that I've got going on. And she calls it like angel blood. She mocks me going, oh, angel blood, angel blood. So I had Pablo Romero draw. It's actually a depiction from, where is this actual, this fucking site has been pissing me off today. I'm supposed to have a close-up of this actual image in detail, and it's not showing up, so I need to fix that. Damn it. I'm kind of annoyed by that, but yeah, so I'm kind of owning the whole, like, angel blood thing. This is from an actual picture, again, that I sent him, one of my performances, and then I designed the shirt with it, and cool, angel blood. So suck it. Keep trying to, like, make fun of me, and I'm going to keep making merch. So if you're into any of that, that's what I've got going on as well. I actually have a video for this. Where is the video? I don't think I have it on the website. Let me just do a little something, and I'll video up another way. One second. So I do have the Twitter for Disgraced Icon. Oh yeah, so here we go. Here's like the close-up of the shirt. Cool. Some more like pictures I took in it. Need to have some more Disgraced Icons. Oh yeah, so here's the interview magazine that I was in. There we go. Lady Alchemy is there, performance artist, New Yorker. There we go. Where's the charity thing that I don't know, whatever. Actual Polaroid. Okay, so this bigger, how does that look? Damn it, I don't know how to play this video with it not looking so retarded. I do it large screen? Does that like fuck it up? Let me see. Let me try. I'm just seeing the delay on the thing. See? 1 second. How did that look full screen? I'm waiting for the delay on my studio. I think that worked. I'm not true. I'm not true? I'm not sure. This is annoying. I wish I could like kind of blow it up a little bit better. Okay, I'm so sorry for doing this to you guys, but I realized I can do this differently. 1 second. 1 second. OBS. That's what I should do. I'm really unprepared for today. Just deal with it. Almost done. I'll get out of here in a minute. Come on, computer. Come on. You can do it. Just finding the right video. Got Disgraced Icon. Very good. Graphics. No, where's the video? Okay, there's the video. Disgraced Icon. High res. I think that'll do.
Expectations fade like gold, photographs, desperation, catching up with your life. Who will be here when reality bites? Summer sadness.
Oh my god, I'm so sorry, guys. Holy shit. I was just playing around, just trying to get the right video up, and you guys, like, were there the whole time. I thought you were looking and, like, talking to me, and I was playing in the background, but I was fucking up with OBS. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Let me just play what I have. I fucked up. I am so retarded.
Expectations fade like old photographs, desperation, catching up with your life. Who will be here when reality bites? Summer sadness creeping up from behind. With boundaries,
Okay. Well, that, I'm so sorry. I'm so stupid. I was working on OBS and I forgot that you guys can see everything that I'm doing in OBS. I thought I was doing it on background. I was talking to you the whole time. I was trying to find the right video. But what's actually funny is I found the right video, not knowing it was the right video. So that last one was the right one. Yeah. Anyway. Thank you, Matthias. He says the editing for the video is great. Who did it? I did. Thank you. I do all of my own content. So it's a lot. But yeah. It's a lot. I should really have my Patreon a little bit more involved in stuff that I do, because I feel like I don't really keep them updated, but I actually do a lot of stuff. So yeah, that's what I should work on. I need some dragons in there too. Well, thank you so much for being here. I can't believe I talked for over 2 hours. Spoke for 2 hours. Talked. I can't believe I was talking for over 2 hours. And do you get a Polaroid with a t-shirt or sweater purchase? That's a good question. Well, that's a good question, because I do have all those Polaroids in real life just around for no reason. So that could be a good incentive to send out those for the first however many Polaroids I have purchases. Great idea. Thank you. I should write that down. The only thing with the shirts are, normally I have like someone silk screen. So if you know anything about this kind of stuff, silk screening is like an art and the quality is fantastic. Now, the shirts are cotton. They're really soft. They're cotton. They're not polyester, plasticky. So the shirts themselves are really great. On my Lady Alchemy shop and on the Disgraced Icon, I just do the crew neck like sweaters. It's an aesthetic that I'm going for, and like, just trust me, this is the vibe you want. And but I can hear these fucking giggling a lot. What time is it? It's fucking 10 p.m. I'm about to scream dildoing nun, evil dildoing nuns. Anyway, so normally I have silkscreen company, but I have to like pay, you know, it's like whatever, how much money in advance to get like a certain amount, like limit to have silk screened. and then it's like each different print is like so many that I need to have them, because they have to make it worth it, because it's like such a art, and they have a process to make the silkscreen that you have to have like a certain amount. I'm sorry, I'm just so distracted by this fucking noises next door. And so I was like, I just don't have the funding right now to have an inventory, which is usually what I do. So this is like a print on demand situation. Again, I got like the nicest quality actual shirts. They're cotton. So it's fine, but this isn't silk screened. Now for sweaters, I feel like it's fine because you don't wash them as much as t-shirts, but I did notice my Lady Alchemy t-shirts, after so many washes and with like New York City like laundromats where it's really hot dryers, I felt like this, the printing didn't last as long and nice as my silkscreen shirts. Like people that have the silkscreen shirts, there's Garrett from Compound Studio who wore a shirt he bought in 2016 recently on stream on an interview, and people were like, "That's a cool shirt. Where'd you get it?" And it was like brand new. The print was still perfectly on there, and all the shirts that I have myself from when I got a silkscreen back in 2016. Perfect condition, but the on-demand ones kind of don't have the best quality, I feel like. So that's a bit disappointing. I do want to get them an inventory and do the proper art silkscreen. I just need to like get my business going again. So I need to just get things going, get things sold, get the inventory, do all that. But I figure, why stop the opportunity to sell? So let's do that. But my point is that I don't have the inventory in house if you buy one of these shirts, so I would have to send a Polaroid independently, separately from the shirt. You you want one of the clever shirts? Thanks. Okay, cool. All right, well then, guys, thank you so much. It's been really fun. Tomorrow, don't be surprised, I intend to stream. I have to get ready for it, but it's the etiquette stream. I haven't done that in a while. Hoping I can get all those things prepared for that. But back the comic book, either the Indiegogo or off my website, lady-alchemy.com. And if you're not into that, that's fine. There's prints that I have being sold as well on my website. And so let me show you the website real quick too. Now I have that song. So we have lady-alchemy.com. There's the shop. Oh yes, this is really cool. Actually, maybe I'll wear this next time, but I have this sweater, which is my Alchemy logo. Dope. Let's see. Let's shop all. Like the different things, there's clothing, accessories. There's the comic book, there's the variant cover. I have this thing, it's just a journal, but it's the Mutus Liber journal. I have a ton of journal. I get them at Art Supply Books. Like I'm a list maker and a note taker. So I love a good journal. It's not necessarily like journaling, but I make notes and lists, and I love to have like these books. This is what the actual Mutus Liber looks like, the cover of it. So I just thought it was cool to have the actual Mutus Liber kind of cover, like if you like that aesthetic. But there's also some of the pages that I thought would be a great cover. It's kind of like the pseudo cover. It's like the inside cover of the Mutus Liber, and then this is like the last image of the Mutus Liber. So it's the front and back. This is where we have. Oh no, these are not temporarily out of stock. I got another stock of them. So yeah, we have the gold print. I need to change this because it's not pre-order anymore. I actually have stock again. have the philosopher. The Tree of Life. Rubetto. And then we have these shirts. I have this, and I like to purchase it just to see the quality and how it comes out. But, oh my god, I did not realize they have the fucking models on here. Oh, I need to update my website. I did not intend for that to happen. Oh my god, no, that is not the aesthetic I'm going for. But yeah, Lady Alchemy shirt. It's kind of cool. It has the alchemy symbols. Then for the ladies, we got some crop tops, which actually I should get one of these because, wait, why is the crop top so much more expensive than an actual full-length sweater? I have to look into this. Not sure why that's more expensive. Less material. But yeah, okay, I gotta look into that. The print-on-demand place kind of sets the price and does stuff, so I don't know why that's that expensive. But for the ladies, we got a Lady Alchemy crop top one. This is a classic Beyond the Veil shirt that I made back in 2016 that had an original silk screen. And it was really great quality. It's really nice. I wish I could zoom in that picture for you. Ooh, I gotta fix this. I didn't realize the website was shit. This is Albedo. Again, this is the one Garrett wore on stream. He was on, what is it called? The Crip guy? Crip Daddy or something? He was on that show. This is pretty cool too. Just some alchemy imageries. Which I think are Solvit Coagula, alchemy, cool. There's a canvas tote bag, Munis Liber. Yeah, I think that's everything. Cool. So between that and Disgraced Icon as yeah, it was like Jay is one of the models. Ah, alchemy mugs. Okay, cool. Jay is willing to be a black guy to model the shirts. Thanks. Ah, Dave the Impaler says, looking forward to the comic. I have a feeling it will be one of the best things to come out of the crowdfunding comic sphere yet. Oh man, that is awesome. I really hope so. I mean, not to fucking toot my own horn, but I went over a lot of the stuff with you guys and the symbolism. There's a lot more symbolism, actually. I could have gone on and on and on about the actual details in the book with the text and more of the stuff. That was just a generic kind of, this is what my book's about. But if anyone wants to really go through, and when you get the book and you read the book and you have questions or you want to go through things, I'm down, because even between the fight at the end and we're talking about serpent history and this and that, and I mean, there's another scene right here where we have Raphael pulling down Hans, and he's like, you know, I have the archangels, and he says, Raphael, well, I say, or Lady Alchemy says, bind Han's hand and foot and cast him into the darkness, and make an opening in the earth and cast him therein, and place upon him rough and jagged rocks, and cover him with darkness, and let him abide there forever, and cover his face, that he may not see light. And day on, and day of the great judgment, he shall be cast into the fire. That is like a biblical thing. Like Raphael, or I think Raphael actually has some history of doing that, where he casts someone into like the earth. And like this phrasing that I got is actually biblical. Like there is there's reasons for everything in here. I mean when the rituals that we're doing, that when I'm casting these spells and I'm going Yad He Vav He and all sorts of stuff, that's part of these magical rituals that are, if you know about esoteric lore, it's in there. I mean, there's one where I'm summoning on stage the Nibirius. I looked it up, and it's ego sum qui sum. I am that I am. I will be what I will be. You can look this up, and it's all legit. The scent of burning rose, crushing leaves crushed in my fingers. The blue of twilight, the taste of blood, gravel cracks on. It sounds like gobbledygook, but it's like Ata Gibore Alam Adonai. Yeah, these are all part of the esoteric spells and texts. So there's a lot to it. If you guys read it and you want to go over it a little bit more, I'm down. Yeah. All right, let me get out of here. I just like to linger around. I feel like I don't want to say goodbye to you guys. I don't want to say bye. But I'm going to say bye, and I'll see you tomorrow. Let's get this etiquette stream going. Don't you say goodbye to us. All right, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thanks. Appreciate you guys a lot. See you around.